This one sentence is holding you back. I feel that this one sentence is secretly permeating and penetrating and being expressed from millions of people unconsciously. It's this one sentence that we really start to understand the power and influence of our words. Our words are shaping our reality. And this one sentence determines how our reality is shaped. Why does this always happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? This one sentence is wearing away from the inside and being expressed out. This one sentence is shaping and molding a reality that we do not want. When we really start to understand the power of our words and how it is shaping our reality, it's shaping the feeling, the tonality, what we're teeing ourselves up for, the momentum and direction that we're moving into. Because that from that one sentence, we are already shaping what's going to be occurring in the future. We're determining what future we're getting pulled into when we use that sentence. It's the one sentence that precipitates the feeling and experience of creating our own cage of limitation. It's the difference between contraction and expansion. Because once we shift, one of the big identity shifts we can make is rewording that sentence and starting to view everything that's occurring in our lives as beneficial for our journey. Once we start to step away from why is this happening to me, to what benefit is this for me right now? How is this aiding me? How is this a gift for me right now? We are illustrating and illuminating two different trajectories. One is a gradual ascent up, the other is an ascent down. And you can already feel how the magnetic field that we're in when it comes to our energy and movement and momentum of how that moves forward. And to repeat what I just said a moment ago, we are teeing up two different futures we're being pulled into. It is increasing the percentage chance of other potentiality being actualized in our experience. When we are in a disempowered state and we say, why is this happening to us? We are teeing up the potentiality for the exact same thing to happen again, but it will come in different floral experience. People will be in different garb, different dress, different costumes, but we're already teeing up for them to come in for situations and circumstances to be exactly the same, not exactly the same, just different, but with similar qualities. Why does this always happen to me? This is always going to happen to me. Why does this always happen to me? It happens every time. It happens every time. I am that guy. You can feel the identity being created already. The self concept, the roots of our self concept can be boiled down to this one sentence, whether we use it or whether we don't use it, or whether we reframe every situation that's coming in. Now, I'm not trying to press an ideology. I'm not trying to press this facade of lying to ourselves or trying to tee up something that's just crazily not realistic. I like pragmatic, realistic pragmatism. I just made that up. I like being pragmatic. I like being real. I know sometimes you're going to say that sentence. You're going to be like, you're going to be so annoyed sometimes. And it's going to be like, oh, God, why? Why does it happen to me? You will end up saying it. And it's like, it's totally cool. It's not to shame ourselves if we do say that. It's not to condemn ourselves even more because that perpetuates it even more. We want to, if anything, just catch ourselves when we do say and be like, okay, cool. I've just said that. It's all right. I'm feeling a bit frustrated now. But then it's the awareness to be more and more conscious in the moment of what we are saying, because more often than not, that sentence is said in an unconscious way. It's the water from the well that's going from within, that's molding the inner rocks within. I think this is a metaphor that's working, but we know how water works. It's the repetition over time which wears down the rock, and it's exactly the same with this one sentence. You may not even say it verbally. It'll be said maybe in a whisper inwardly, repeatedly. And that's why it's really important that we start to understand about the subconscious mind. It's this sentence that starts to program our subconscious mind, and then it's from the subconscious mind that starts to then express into our external world. So that little whisper of like, oh, why does this always happen to me? This always happens to me. Oh, I'm like, God, I'm that guy. Like, oh, I'm just so confused right now because I'm repeating the same thing, and it does literally always happen to me. Our brain loves to see patterns. It loves to see evidence, and when we're bombarded with evidence, sometimes it's almost damning not to say it. It's so hard because there's so much evidence in our reality. We spent a whole lifetime doing the same thing, so to undo that, it's going to be tricky because we've got so much compounding evidence that it does keep happening to me. That's why we have to step into the unknown. We have to reach out for the rock that's in the unknown by deepening our faith of what's possible for what's next, the potentiality of in the unknown, with our consistent devotion to reframing the now moment, whilst we're working away from old patterns and behaviors and situations and circumstances that have engulfed our whole life, that have built up this backlog of evidence that it does keep happening to you. There's going to be a moment in time of reprogramming, of rewiring that sentence. It's the devotion to keep coming back, the desire to consistently see a different thing in the now moment, to keep seeing truth in the now moment. And the sentence, why did this happen to me, is false. Everything that's happened up to this point has been a part of the illusory play that's been playing out from within, to be recognized and realized, for you to start reshaping and reframing and remolding a new future to get pulled into. And that comes and starts with the words that you use right now, to consistently come into the reframe. Just caught myself saying that. I've just caught myself saying, oh, why has this happened to me? We could take a step back. We can look more profoundly at what is happening, whatever is occurring for you. And that's so subjective and so specific to you. I'm sure there's something unfolding out in your life right now, whether that's relationships, whether that's finances, whether that's jobs, whether that's within your energy, within your body. Why do I always feel like this? Why does this always happen to me? Why does this person always treat me like this? And we've got, like, it's really good to jot this down, to start journaling a little bit, writing these things down, these little sentences that are so specific to you that are unfolding, to begin the rewriting process. It's time to start writing a new story. It's time to start writing a new story. And to write a new story, we have to become explicitly aware of the current story, the past story, and the current story that we're in, to see what needs changing. We need to change it. We need to go into it lovingly, so deeply within ourselves, and make the unconscious conscious, to start changing the buoyancy, the flow of the water that's shaping and molding our inner landscape. How's that being shaped from the words that we're using and reshaping it and changing it? And that's why this one thing, this one sentence can really, truly, completely start shaping and changing a whole new human experience for you. But it takes time and devotion. It's not all of a sudden you're going to start saying different words and everything's going to shift, even though it can. I've definitely seen that in my own journey. Things can change swiftly due to the tectonic plate inward shift of change going on within. Sometimes it just takes one little nudge for that avalanche to start falling down off the mountain. But it can take time and time for it to kind of like wear away, to be in that position for everything to just start falling. It's very similar. So interesting and fairly accurate analogy for what we're experiencing right now, what we're doing, the effects of devotion when it comes to changing your story. And it's all intertwined with your nervous system. It's all intertwined with you evolving and shaping and regulating your nervous system. A new story is birthed from a regulated nervous system. So it's really important that you come into the practices and the movements and the dynamics to help shape your nervous system, to help progress its evolution. Because once you start progressing and evolving your nervous system, you start progressing and evolving the story that you are telling yourself. So it really is this one thing, but there's obviously lots of fundamentals and different dynamics influencing this one thing, this one sentence that's coming up deep from within to change what you're secretly whispering to yourself in private. That's the key. What are you whispering to yourself in private when no one else is around, in silence? What are you saying in that moment? Repeatedly, in the background. It's autonomous. And so much of this is unconscious autonomy is playing out within us. So we have to become conscious of this unconscious autonomy happening within us. And that autonomy is expressed very much so in the word. In the word, my friend. Yes. So let me know. Have you caught yourself saying this sentence? Do you find yourself secretly enjoying this sentence? We love being a victim sometimes. Take it from Mr. Resistance, Mr. Victim. I've spent years unconsciously loving this. So being a little bit playful there, but just tune into it. What's being manifested right now that you are drifting into, or there's this whisper in the background of, wow, like, God, it's happened again. Let me know in the comments, what is your one sentence? I've said this one sentence I'm talking about here now, but that can be multifaceted in its expression. Let me know. I would love to know. Drop a little comment, holler at me. But until the next time, my friend, until the next video, which I cannot wait to see you, and sending you so much love, and I'll see you then.